Sun's out, guns out. Except the sun is setting right now. Today, I am going to take you through the workout that most of you gentlemen out there like to work out. But also, if you're a lady, feel free to join because who does not want to rock those guns? So for this video, I'm going to take you through the science and then sprinkle that over the workout. But not just sprinkle, it's like a deep dive into the workout. So hope you're ready. Now let's get started. So we're gonna draw as usual the bicep. You can't trust me on my drawing skills, but here it is, the long head and the short head, and there is the humerus. However, my bone looks like a dock chicken bone. There's like brachialis going across the elbow. It's this muscle right here, Alice. Sometimes we might need to know this anterior deltoid too. It's like the front part of the deltoid because it gets somehow involved, you know? Even though we want to train the bicep out, it tends to be involved in some of your bicep exercises, which we're also going to talk about right. The first move we are going to do is the chin up. The chin up is different from the pull up in that the pull up is going across the wider grip, but the chin up, the handles goes towards you. So that's the movement that I could do first before I could do a real pull-up. So I guess it's a little easier than the pull-up. For this one, it is a great compound movement. You will be working generally on most of the brachialis, the biceps, all the muscles that I showed you. It doesn't really target the biceps much, but it is a great one to start off your workout with, because it will exhaust the heck out of your muscles. And since the biceps also are mostly made up of type 2 muscle fibers, then this is a great one because type 2 muscle fibers are involved in heavy weight lifting, and this one is pretty heavy, contributing most to the growth. And when you're doing the chin up, make sure that both of your hands are being involved in that, because sometimes I notice myself one hand lagging behind the other. So you might want to ask someone to look over you or film yourself, whatever you want to do. Just make sure that both of your hands are being involved in that. And the other must-have that you should include in your bicep workout is the concentration curl. This is because in one study, which is done by American Council of Exercise, they found out the concentration curl to be most effective in contributing to the gains of the bicep brachii. So the advantage of this exercise is that it targets mostly on the biceps brachii only, so it's really good as an isolation workout. But the disadvantage is also that it only works on the bicep brachii, so you just don't want to do the concentration curl. You also want to add up some other exercises. As for the concentration curl, what you want to do is place your hand within the inner thigh area, because when you are doing it away from you, it is an angle that you may find yourself easily swaying back and forth. But if you find it like quite closer, then your biceps have to work harder. And you also want to keep in mind to keep it supinated, make your palms you and then close to you. So that's what you want to keep in mind when doing this exercise. Also, the concentration curl will concentrate on the short head of the biceps, which is a shorter band right here, as shown in the study by Studden-Man et al. Another killer exercise for the bicep is the incline dumbbell curl. For this one, the biceps are in the hyperextended position, which is really good in terms of the range of motion, which means your biceps will have to flex more for a longer range. And it also works super well for the long head, except for like in a normal curl where the long head is just flexing at the beginning of the workout. But for this one, it has to flex longer, so there's a greater time period for the muscles to fire, which makes it a really good workout overall. Fourth and the final essential move that I want to add up here is the overhead cable curl. For this one, it's different from the concentration curl because you are not stabilizing your elbow with anything, you're just letting it go. You have to work for it. Your whole arm have to work for it. So all those muscles, the bicep brachii and the brachialis, all of them will be involved in that. Make sure that the weight is pulling your arms away, so you will feel the tension even if you're not pulling it up. And then after that, you want to slowly raise it up to like a little bit more than perpendicular, height in a flexed one, and then back out like that. Overhead cable curl is a great exercise to have it because it is different from any other exercise. You are using a different stability motion pattern, which means your muscles will be activated in quite a different way. So the main key is to have a variety of exercises because each of them stimulate each specific part of the biceps a little bit more different from the other one. Plus, you might also want to add up on the additional bicep exercises, which I will now go through next. And these are the infamous bicep curls. When you do it, make sure that your arms are locked in one place and not swinging it back and forth, because that is one common mistake that people do at the gym. And also, you want to flex it up and then flex a little bit more to this extent. Like you can release the lock on the top position, but otherwise you want to keep it locked throughout the whole movement. And the next one is the hammer curl. This one works especially well for the brachialis, which is this muscle right here, because when the brachialis is big, it will also show the biceps a lot, make it a lot bigger. So it is a great one to enhance it. So to answer the question of whether biceps curl or the hammer curl is better, it's either like both, because both of them are essential to accentuate your biceps look. Plus, the brachialis will also give you this forearm muscle, so you will be having, you know, not just like big block of muscle right here and a small little bone right there, but it will be more of an even, nice, aesthetic looking one if you combine it with both. So there you go, the hammer curls, where you are not doing in a supinated position, but you are facing it like that. And when you hold the dumbbells, you might also want to hold it on the upper end of the dumbbell, because that will make the weight seem heavier if you can handle the heavier weight. The reason I'm talking about this is because if you want to jump up, for example, for really small weights, it's a big difference when you jump up from like a 5 to a 10. But if you instead like do that little general hand grip position increase, then you might just feel it a little bit more of a difference. So you could be holding a 5-pound dumbbell, but you could be feeling the weight of a 7 or 8, something like that. And last but not least is the Zotman curl. This one works so well on the brachialis too. Plus, you might want to lower the weight because the brachialis, like this muscle, can only handle so heavy. So what I want to say is when doing a bicep workout, you want to work on your form, because even a little difference in your form will make a whole game changer to your biceps. Right now, I'm currently just working on finding the form that works for me, because the bicep is kind of like a new territory for me. But still, I'm working on those guns. And the other one is to have a variety of it. If you want to grow your biceps, you might want to have a full arm day and not just like a push day or a pull day, because that's what I've been doing. Or if you just want to do a push or a pull day, then you might want to add up like a lot of bicep exercises toward the end or something like that. Because to grow a specific muscles, you need to prioritize it and focus it. Do it like especially at the start of a workout. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. Do you like training biceps? And how often do you train? Comment down below. I will see you on my next video.